Welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry if you hear me sucking on something. It's a Werther's original. Let me know in the comments if you like these. I didn't know if I was gonna do high videos on my channel, but I just randomly decided that I think I'm gonna do it because I went in my car, I smoked a couple bowls, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna film a story time. I'm gonna film a story time for you guys. I love you guys. I'm gonna talk to you guys about the story time of when, what should I call this? Ooh, I haven't even figured out what I'm gonna call it. No, when my ex's ex, oh shit. Okay, so when my ex's ex tried to fight me. So basically, I was talking to this guy, right? I'm gonna give y'all time frame and everything. We met at like the very end of July. It was like the last day of July or like the very beginning of August, right? At a video shoot. You know, he was real cute or whatever. You know, I liked him or whatever. So anyways, we started hanging out. We were mad cool. We was hanging out a lot. And we was hanging out a lot in his apartment. And I'll tell you why later on why that's significant. Like, I knew that he was fresh out of a relationship, okay? Because I was too. And we went into it knowing that like we were still like, you know, emotionally maybe not as like strong as we could be, just because we were so fresh out of these like really long term relationships, like both of us separately. We weren't telling each other everything because we weren't like boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever. So anyways, so one night he asked me to come over, and mind you, I've been to his house several occasions. I had slept over, you know, I had been there a while, maybe a couple nights in a row or something. It was like that, right? So we're making dinner one night. At the time I had just fucking said like that I was gonna go pescatarian, basically vegetarian. Like, he was like, oh well, like we can make like a vegan chili tonight, like if you want. Or so like, oh that'd be cute, like, you know, just a meatless chili, like that's so cute. Like we were gonna cook together and like have a good night, and like we had wine and shit. So we went to the grocery store to get all the shit, right? Came back, we had just finished preparing everything, and like I had chopped up like hella onions and like peppers and shit. You'll see why these details mean something later. We're in the middle of cooking. He's like, oh damn, like we need another tomato. And I was like, really, we do? He's like, yeah, the recipe calls for a whole other tomato, like we should go get another one. I was like, oh fuck, I gotta get another tomato. I was like, damn. I didn't really care, you know, we weren't like rushing or anything like that, so whatever. On the way to the car, I noticed this nigga was like walking kind of like to the right a little bit. Like we were walking straight at first, but then I saw him like focus on something. And I was looking up at him and I was like, what? He's like, oh, that's my ex. And there's a girl walking this way. I look up, I look over, and I'm like, oh, okay. But he looks shook. So basically we walk up and he's gonna acknowledge her, you know what I'm saying? In my head, I'm thinking, what's she doing here? They used to share that apartment. That's his apartment. They used to share it. She had moved out. I was under the impression that she had moved out. Okay? I got up with her and she's like, oh hi or whatever. And then he was like, and like she had like those like crazy ass eyes. Like, you know those bitches that you just know are fucking crazy because their eyes go like this. Their eyes are like, oh my, hi, oh my god. And they're like fake nice, you know what I'm saying? Bro, we walked up to her, she was like, oh my god, like you're so pretty. And he's like, yeah, so this is Cash and we're upstairs cooking or whatever, like feel free to come join us. I don't know why he invited her. I knew that like she was gonna, I think he knew that she was gonna say no, but I was like, why did you fucking invite her? Really, what the fuck? And she was like, oh well, no, like have fun or whatever. She was like, I'm just coming to get some jeans and blah blah. And I was like, some jeans? So first of all, she got a key to the crib because she just walked up in here like she, you know what I'm saying, you know she was coming, so she got a key to the crib. And two, jeans. She got jeans in y'all's room that we was just fucking sleeping and shit in. And I woke up and she was like, no, I'm gonna just go up or whatever. We're like, damn. So he is freaking out. Like we walk away or whatever. He's freaking out, and I'm looking at him. He wasn't like openly freaking out. He was just being like real like quiet, and like he was walking hella like fast, like oh my god, like I could tell he was just like, what the fuck just happened? I had to plug my phone in because that shit was about to be done. I didn't know she had a key or nothing. So anyways, I was like, is she normally like that? Like that's the first thing I asked her. I was like, is she normally like that? He was like, what do you mean? I was like, is she normally like nice like that? Like, or was she like playing me? Like, I felt like she was kind of like playing me. He's like, no, I feel like that's how she normally, you know, would respond in like a normal situation. And I was like, okay, weird, whatever. Anyways, so he's like low-key freaking out, and we were talking about it for a minute in the car. He was like acting so nervous, just like so weird, and I was like, why is this nigga so scared? Anyway, so we go and get the fucking tomato. We come back, and this nigga was like scared to go inside, and I was just thinking in my head like, I feel really stupid, you know, because I've been like fucking with this nigga. Like, he still got some, not that he still got something going on, I knew that wasn't the case, but it was just the fact that like I still would have liked to know that, you know what I'm saying, that she had a key or nothing. Because the thing is, what if she were to just have wanted to walk in at 9 a.m. in the morning, you know what I'm saying, and not 9 p.m. at night when we were going to get the tomato, you know what I'm saying? I was like, what if she would have come in like walking in on me like naked and shit? So I didn't even bring that up yet though, I don't think. Like, at this point, I was wondering why he was so fucking scared. Like, I was wondering why he was so fucking nervous. I was like, you're being a fucking pussy. Because we're in the car for a break at this point. I was like, why are we just sitting here? Important point. He actually, when we were in the car, he was saying he was going to call her to see where she was at. And I was like, nigga, you see her car here. You know she's still upstairs. Like, she's still getting her jeans or whatever the fuck. And he was like, oh, well, I should call her. So he was about to call her, right? Whole time, you'll find out later on that he actually did call her. But we didn't know that she was on the other line. So then we are just talking. I'm like, why are you so scared? I was like, are you scared of her? And he was like, kinda. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, this nigga's a pussy. I was like, you're being a fucking pussy. He's like, all right, bet, let's go. I guess he was like, oh great, she just called me a fucking pussy. Now I gotta just fucking do this shit. Because he was doing some pushy shit. It's like a little ways that we'll walk to like the front door or whatever. So we're going and I'm just like, this nigga, bro. I'm like so confused. And like, I wasn't even really mad at that point yet. I really wasn't mad. I asked him at one point, I said, like, is she gonna try and fight me? Like, is she crazy? Like, is she gonna, like, I don't fucking know. Is she gonna do some dumb shit or something? I don't know. He said no. Like, he was like, nah. Like, I could just tell he was so fucking nervous. And I was like, this is so fucking E. So then he calls his best friend, this nigga. While we're still walking, we're still on the way. And his friend was like, no, nigga, no. Don't do that shit. Don't bring cash in there. Whatever. And I'm like, he said, no, don't bring cash in there. And I'm like, I can hear him on the phone saying that shit. I think he was on speaker, actually. Oh my God, cotton mouth is like real right now. I'm gonna just fast forward because the whole time he's acting fucking nervous. We go up the elevator, whatever, or up the stairs, and we get to the apartment. We walk in. It's awkward as fuck. I want to fucking explain it to you, but I fucking can't. I can't put up a diagram. It's just gonna be too much. So all I'm gonna say is we walk in. When you first walk in, there's a hallway, okay? And then there's a kitchen on the right. And if you keep going straight, it leads into the living room, okay? They have a bar that separates the living room, like, TV area and the fucking kitchen. It's an apartment style, you know what I'm saying? Like, studio apartment. So they have like a bar area or whatever. So she's like right on the inside of the bar, kind of inside the kitchen, and he goes straight to the back of the kitchen, like leans up against the, like the little cabinets or whatever. And I go right, so she's right here, right on the inside of the bar. I go like a little bit past her. I'm here. She's like right here on the inside or whatever. And then he's like in there. So she turns to him first and says, did you know that I was on the phone? Like, did you mean to call me? And he was like, no, I didn't know you were on the other line. I didn't know. And then I was like, and I was already in the middle of taking off my shoes, my Air Max 90s, you feel me? I was already in the middle of taking off my shoes. So I wasn't even tripping. I was like, I didn't think that it was gonna be a bad thing. And I noticed he had bought wine for us. At the time, I wasn't even 21, so I couldn't get that shit. And she had a glass of that shit. And I was like, is she about to drink the wine? Like, she had a glass. Like, she had opened it. It was not even opened yet. So she saw the wine and just said, I'm gonna drink this shit. Like, this is my house. I'm gonna drink this shit. So then I was like, okay, so this bitch, like, she could be a little crazy. So then she looks at me and her eyes are like this. But when I tell you, they're like, it was so creepy. I was just like, I looked at her and I was like this. And she was like, if you ever have my name in your mouth again, I will drag you. And I'm thinking in my head. I'm thinking. Now, it's taking everything inside of me to not just want to be like, just pop the fuck off. But I was just like thinking in my head, I was like, bro, I'm so much bigger than this. Like, I'm not gonna fight over no nigga. Like, I'm gonna be the bigger person in this situation. And I just looked at her and I was like I literally put my hand on my chest and I was like, what the fuck? Literally gonna say something. I was like, I just stayed mute. You know what I'm saying? But she saw that I was about to say something. I was like, and then she was like, good choice. Now, I know what y'all are saying. Y'all are saying, you should have tried that. You should have beat her ass. I'm not messing up my motherfucking manicure over this dusty ass bitch for no nigga who I wasn't even like in a relationship with. I wasn't about to do this. We've been talking for like a month or some shit. I was just thinking to myself, like, what the fuck? Like, this is some bull. If you keep walking and go in the living room, there's like a bunch of windows, and I like went up against it and I like leaned up against the window and I was like, I was just like looking out the window and I was like I literally had my hands like this. I was like, you gonna get through this. You gonna get through this moment. You not gonna pop off on this bitch. I'm not a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to sit here and fight no bitch. Like, and it's something like, oh, that's being weak or whatever. It's just like, no, like, I'm not about that. I'm too grown for that shit. Like, maybe in like middle school or whatever, yeah, that was cute, but I'm too grown for that shit. I'm not fucking ratchet like that. I'm over here thinking like, oh my god. So they're arguing. And then she was like saying things, and she's like, this is all I ever wanted. This is all I ever asked for. This is all I ever wanted. This is all I blah, 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 blah. And then she fucking picked up the onions and the peppers and shit. And she was like throwing them at him. And I was like, this bitch is real crazy. I was like, there's hella knives that we still had laying out. And I was like, if this bitch try and cut somebody, I was just like, oh my god, I'm not finna be here, bro. And she's like, this is what you want, and like was pointing at me, and I was like,
honey, this a whole meal and a whole bag of chips, a whole dessert. Like, I'm not just a snack, bitch. You look like a snack.
I was just sitting there like this. Like, I was just watching them. At this point, I was literally watching them argue, and I was like, insightful. I was being very insightful. I was like, it's duly noted. I know that about him now. I was just like, bro, like, this shit is so fucking whack. So anyways, they're just arguing. And then she like got quiet and she was like, it just got quiet. And she was like, I'm just stuck. She's like, I'm just stuck. And then she chugs the wine. She chugs the fucking wine. And then I was just like, this bitch crazy. And then when it got like quiet for like a little bit longer, I was like, well, I'm ready to go. Are y'all done? She goes, and she picks up my keys. And she gives them to me. Now, I told myself if she did one more thing that I was gonna like just claw her ass, you know what I'm saying? But then I was thinking in my head like, over a nigga, bruh, I just can't do it, you know what I'm saying? I can't do what bitches be doing. Like, I can't. Like, I'm not a regular bitch. Like, I'm not doing that shit. I was like, this isn't even my nigga. Like, no. So, at this point, I'm just fucking pissed as fuck. I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so mad at this nigga for putting me in this situation. So then she hands me my keys. I snatched them motherfuckers too. I didn't just grab them. I started walking down the hall, leaving. And this nigga follows me. Because he has to take me home. Like, I didn't drive there. Like, he had to take me home. She's like, where the hell are you going? And he was like, I have to take her home. I drove her here. She's like, no. She was like, no, we're gonna settle this shit right now. She was like, is it that or me? Like, she was basically making him decide, like, is it that or me? Is it gonna be her or me? Like, basically she was saying, like, which one you gonna pick, nigga? And he was like, her, obviously. And he was pointing to me. And she was like, okay. Like, and I basically was like, I basically just watched them like have their closure moment, you know, because they hadn't been together for like months, I believe. It was probably like a few months. It probably was like way sooner than that, to be honest. Now that I think about it, probably was way sooner, but that's what he told me at the time. I was like, damn, I just watched their closure. And I was mad because like I was so mentally over my last relationship that I was more ahead with my feelings than he was. So that's what's so frustrating, like, to learn, you know? So I'm literally like running down the fucking stairs. Like, I'm going so fucking fast, bitch. Like, I'm going fast as fuck. And he's like running after me. Once he realized I was walking really fucking fast, he was like running after me. And this nigga was like fucking Spider-Man coming down the fucking stairs, like, and he like jumped in front of me. He was like, Cash, like, talk to me or whatever, blah blah blah, like, you're being quiet, blah blah blah. And this was like a whole fucking movie scene, bitch. Like, this was a whole entire movie scene. I was like running down these stairs, he's like following me, like yelling for me and shit. Like, that was a whole fucking movie scene. That's so funny. And I was like, just take me home. I was like, just take me the fuck home. I was like, why would you put me in that situation? Like, I had so much like anger built up that like I just was like, oh, I was bursting because I didn't want to talk while I was in there, because I knew that like we was gonna be scrapping, you know what I'm saying? And there was knives and shit. I wasn't trying to do that shit. I had all this like energy bottled in, so I was just so fucking pissed. I was like, take me home. Like, I don't want to fucking talk to you. Like, take me home. So we're just like walking fast as fuck to the car, and we get in the car, and I just like was not talking, and he was like, yo, just talk to me. Like, you never just like quiet. Like, what's on your mind? Like, what are you thinking? Like, talk to me, blah blah blah. He was like, I don't want this night to end or whatever. I live real close, so it was only like a 10-minute drive or some shit. We pull up, and he was like, I don't want it to end. Like, can we go to Sweet Frog or some shit, or like, can we like blah blah. And I was like, Sweet Frog? I was like, we're not going to no motherfucking Sweet Frog. I was like, I just watched you fight with your ex. Your ex just tried to fight me. You just put me in this fucking situation that I could have been hurt in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put me in a situation where, like, I asked you if the girl was fucking crazy. You said no. You know what I'm saying? Because if she wasn't cool with it, I wouldn't go in there and like disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I knew that if she was gonna be mad at it, I wouldn't have gone in there and disrespected. But I didn't know. Like, I trusted that he wouldn't put me in that situation if he knew how bad it could escalate. And he realized later on that like he fucked up, because he was like, damn, like that shit kind of escalated low key. I think he's seen crazier from her, and I thought that was a crazy situation just to be in. Like, I was like, what the fuck? But I'm saying I think he thought that was a chill situation, because he was like not like. It was like nothing for him. I don't know. It was fucking weird. It was just so fucking weird. I'm inside. I'm so fucking pissed. I'm like, I can't believe that shit fucking happened to me. Like, I was just like, oh my god, like, why this can't be my fucking life. I think my roommate was home, and I told her everything. I think I told her everything because she was up, because it really was not that late, because like we didn't even get to eat dinner yet. So I like told her everything, and I just like, I don't know, I probably like smoked or something, and, like went to sleep or something like that. But bruh, that was like the most fucking like wild situation. It wasn't even wild. It was just like, it looked like it was literally from a fucking movie. Just like, I was so angry with him, but I don't know. I did end up forgiving him like a fucking idiot, and we did continue to date for a while. I'm not gonna say how long, but for a while. That's my ex, so it don't matter. They look so fucking sexy. Look at this. Oh, look at the chocolate drop. Look at it. Yeah, that was pretty much the fucking story. I bet this sounded kind of boring, you know? But yeah, I still talked to him afterwards. It was not worth it. It was a learning experience. The moral of this video, I feel like the advice that I could give to you, or that I could give to my previous self, you know, is that pay attention to red flags. Like, really fucking pay attention to red flags, because sometimes, you know, you can work through shit or whatever, but I don't know, if you're a Capricorn like me, like, you remember everything. Like, you remember the good times, you know, but you also remember like the super bad times. And it's like, it's hard because it's so like, you remember it perfectly. Like, you remember shit that people say that like hurts you really, really fucking hard. So it's like, I remembered like everything, and it just like kept building up and building up and building up, and I just like exploded. And that's honestly normally what happens when I feel like in relationships. Like, I just like allow them to hurt me because I keep like giving them chances, you know? I just explode because I'm so like emotionally weak, and I'm like, I just end up cutting it off. Like, I always just end up cutting it off. Ugh, that shit just got too real. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys like this story time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I suck at outros. I suck at outros. Okay. Peace out, guys.